Hi friends, it's Amy at Doki Doki Forest. So glad you are here. And guess what? It's time for some trick-or-treat goodies. What do I mean by trick-or-treat? I'm glad you asked. Well, we are coming upon Halloween, and myself, Kari from My Take at the Lake, and Kari from Kari's Mixed Media Art would like to offer you free virtual trick-or-treat fun. What does that mean? If you go from channel to channel, you will find information on how you can get some free journaling goodies we've created just for you. For me, I'm going to send you over to my Patreon where you can collect your free items. And if you choose to, you can follow me over there. That's free, and it just gives you updates on what I'm up to and if I have any other free items on Patreon. But you don't have to spend any money. These trick-or-treat goodies are 100% free. So go ahead, check out what I've got up there, check out what Kari has, and check out what Kari has. And happy Halloween to you from all of us. And I know it says trick-or-treat, but trust me, these are treats. Now on Saturday night, we all put up some journaling digital goodies for you to download. And I'm going to go over what I put up, and we're going to do a little journal with me page with the goodies. So today I would like to offer you another freebie that I have created for you. It will be over on my Patreon. The link will be below. And this is another trick-or-treat goodie just for you. And that is this wallpaper. This is a little phone wallpaper that I created that you can download and put on your phone. This little beastie, I'm not sure if they took a selfie here or what's going on, or maybe this was just a picture captured and they just popped in. Someone was taking a picture of the moon and then they appeared. But this is just for you. It's kind of Halloween-y, but you could have it all the time. Now this is my journal that I do Patreon rewards in. So I am going to do a page using my freebies that I put up there. And what I did was draw, actually let me move this for now. What I did was draw this sheet for you to print out. This is letter size, but if you go into your printer settings, you could print it smaller if you would like. And I've made you a magical potion. This is the coloring page, so you can download either the black and white image, so that way you can color it in yourself, or I have one that is colored in for you if you would prefer that, and then you can just cut these out and use them. So what we have here is a magical potion that you get to create in the Wonky Cauldron. So you choose the ingredients and you decide what kind of potion or concoction you're making today. It could be a positivity potion. It could be a self-care salve. It could be whatever you would like. So we have some bottles here with empty labels. You can decide what's in there and label them. Or we have some empty jars you can either fill with a liquid, or you could put a little something in there. You could draw a little acorn. You can have whatever you want. And then you want to pick your assistant. So we have different assistants that you can have. You can have a little jolly frog. You can have a helpful dragon who's ready to use his ladle to stir your potion. We have some little ghosties, little cute ghosts. We have a grumpy cat and a pretty grumpy crow or raven. And then some little beasties, and the grumpiest of all is this little troll guy over here. But I promise they'll still be helpful. They just look really grumpy. And then I made this so you could cut this out, my magical potion, and then you cut this out ingredients and you can list the ingredients. So you don't have to write them on the bottles. You could just list your ingredients and you can write what sort of potion you would like to make. So let's take some of these things and put them on a page. I'm going to cut out some of these things and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now I have all of my pieces cut out, or at least the ones I'm going to be using. So now we just have to glue them in. All right, so here's what we have. Let me get my glue stick here. And I thought it would be cute to have this little dragon over here stirring the cauldron. I'm going to make this a 2-page spread. And I want to make sure I have room for the ingredients over there. So as I'm gluing this down, I'm also thinking about what sort of potion I would like to make. Of course, we need our wonky cauldron, and I'm going to cover up a little bit of the dragon's tail, but that's okay. So yeah, I'm thinking about what kind of potion, and you can be thinking about what kind of potion you would like to make. I had some ideas, so feel free to use these or come up with your, whoops. So feel free to use these or come up with your own, of course. Some of my ideas I had were a positivity potion, a mindful medicine, an energizing elixir, take charge tonic, tenacious tincture, nurturing nightcap. As you can see, I really like the alliteration. Bedazzle brew. I thought that might be cute. I was thinking, you know, maybe you want to put some sparkle all over everything. You want some bedazzle brew. And of course, you go ahead and think about what would serve you, and you certainly don't have to do the alliteration, of course. But I think I would like to do, I think I will just make the positivity potion. So I was thinking of some different like kind of self-care potions and that kind of thing. And I think positivity potion is always good. You know, I can always just use a little boost of positivity. Put these little flowers over here. The idea was that these were little dried flowers, although they don't look too dried, I suppose, because they still look pretty fresh overall. And then I also had some pieces like this on the printable, and that was just to use up some of the white space. I thought I'd make some stars and swirls and things like that, and then that way, as you're cutting out the other pieces, you know, if you want to, you can cut these out and use them and just kind of have little magic stuff happening on the page, but you don't have to. And as you can see, I also didn't just choose one assistant. No, no, no. I am going to choose several assistants. So I've got my dragon, and of course you can come up with little names if you want for your assistants. You can decide what kind of personalities they have. And you can also make as many potions as you want. So, you know, you could need one today and maybe you need another one. I think this crow would look really good kind of perched right there on the edge. He's the what do you call it, like the overseer. He's making sure everything goes in properly. And then we have these little faces like this on the printable. And the idea for these is that they could kind of just hang out on the page. So these are little faces kind of peering over something. So you could put it like anywhere. They could kind of be peeking over the cauldron like that, like right there. Or this little one could be there, just put it like right there, and you can still read the wonky cauldron. Okay, I actually kind of really like that guy there, but I was going to put my crow there, but now I really like that. And then this little guy, he can be even down here, kind of under the cauldron. He's crawling under. Well, I mean, he's floating through. He's a ghost. He can kind of just, technically, he could just go right through right there. But I'm going to put him right there, I think. And then this page will be the ingredients. So we need that. I, of course, have to have this little troll here. Maybe I could have the crow perched on... Hold on, we'll figure the crow out. And I want to have the candle, because it's nice to have a little candle going when you're doing anything creative or just setting an intention. And that's pretty much what we're doing here. We're just having a little fun with it, but it's just about kind of focusing on what you want for that day. So I'm going to put these bottles like that, and then I can sort of list the, oops, I've got my ink, put my ink over there with the quill. And then my ingredients like this, and I can write next to them what's inside. And this little swirl, I don't know if I'm going to use that. So I could just kind of have him up here like this. Maybe I'll just have him up there. And I don't know if I'm going to use this. I don't know. I'm going to take that off. I may or may not change my mind. Okay, so I think I like this layout. I'm going to go ahead and glue everybody down. And the things I didn't use, I can just put on something else. But yeah, this is it's a lot of fun to create this. I had a good time. I thought it would be kind of neat to have something that was interactive, something you could personalize. So, you know, you can take something that I drew, but you can make it your own. You can really customize it the way that you like. And then the wallpaper was just kind of a bonus. I was just thinking about it the other day, and I just felt like having something else. So yeah, like I said, don't forget to go grab that. All right, let's get this grumpy guy glued down. So we need our quill over here, our writing instrument that we're using to record our recipe. We're pretending. And we need our ink. And that's blank too. I know the label is very small, but you could, if you have a pen that writes small, like for example this one here, the Uniball Signo. And it's 0.28. This is a really good pen that writes small. So you can kind of get in these sort of small spaces like this. Okay, so I'm going to get my mild liners, and I'm making Positivity Potion. So I'm going to write that on this page. And then once that dries, I'm going to go over that with a pen, kind of add a little more to that. And then on this side, I have the ingredients. So let's figure out, what are we going to have in our potion? What sort of ingredients do we want to have? So let's see, for this one here, I'm going to write 7 drops of morning dew collected in the springtime. Just make it a little specific to make it a little more fun. And then this one, now there's a nice pink one, so I'm going to write 12 drops of rose quartz infused. Let's see, what kind of oil? Let's do coconut oil. Now coconut oil, if it's warm, it's nice and melted. So we're just pretending that's melted. Coconut oil, and then lastly, we could have, let's do 3 teaspoons of liquid moon, which sounds very mysterious. Rose quartz coconut oil. Morning Dew. This one doesn't have a label. And let's see, maybe we'll have some optional items too. We'll write some little optional add-ins. So you could do, let's see, crushed mint leaves, fennel seeds, and let's see, this, let's do the star from an apple's core. Just to make it a little more fancy. And then I'm going to do a little bit of, do some clouds around these just to make some more stuff happening on this page. Oh, we can even kind of make sure, like, make it look like that is writing. And I think we'll do, let's get some, I'm going to get my marker here, and we'll just make some circles like there's some potion stuff happening here. Some circles like it's bubbling and brewing. Some magic. Oh, you know what I should get? I should get my, oh, hold on. I'll do this, but I just had an idea of something else I could use as well. So, hold on. Okay, yeah, I think these are going to be perfect. These are the Zig Clean Color Dot markers. So, these are really nice because they will just go ahead and make nice dots on your page for you. So, you just press them down like this. And you just go to town with as many dots as you want to do. So, we've got a lot of that color. Let's get some of this one. It's nice. Oh, this is a little bit harder to see, but I like that. I like that some of these are more in the forefront when they're darker, and then there's some that look like they're kind of fading into the background a bit more. And just do however many you like. And if you don't have these pens, then just go ahead and use your marker and make little circles. But these are just kind of fun. Just add a little more of that potion-y kind of vibe to the page. Something's brewing. I think it looks good too if you sometimes overlap some of the dots. And let's see, let's try yellow. These are the really light ones too. I think they have these markers in sort of like darker colors too. These ones are very light and kind of pastel-y sort of palette. Oh, I went over that one with two colors that made like a brownie kind of color. So yeah, there's a little something. And then the last thing, I think the last thing I'm going to do is just go over these letters. And I'm going to go over some of these circles too, just for fun. Just a few here and there. I don't think I'm going to do all of them. Just to kind of make some of them stand out a little bit more. And you can decide. And I like to have messy. I like to do like scribbly kind of circles and letters and things like that. So I don't really do super neat. But, and we'll just glue that down. And there we go. There are our pages for Positivity Potion, my magical potion for today. I hope you have a great time using the digital printouts, and don't forget to get your brand new freebie. That's this phone wallpaper. So happy Halloween. I hope you have a wonderful week, and thank you so much for being here. It's really great to spend time with you. I'll see you again soon.